All right, welcome back to an amazing conversation. It's always good to see you on that side, and here we are seated on this side for an amazing, candid conversation around the parables of Jesus Christ. And today, I'm telling you, I'm joined by the one and only, Mr. Albert. The posture of introduction.
Posture of introduction.
So we are going to continue with this conversation. We've had amazing feedback all the way through the week. Thank you for your feedback. And it's a joy to have this conversation again. So this week, I know you've been thinking about the parable, the heart of man.
The heart of man.
Tell us more about it.
First off, also, let me just thank you for all the feedback. We see your comments. As we give out the word, we also, it's a conversation that is ongoing. So thank you for engaging us on YouTube and even online. So the heart of man. The heart of man is a parable in the book of Matthew, chapter 15, between verses 10 and 20. Now, just to give it a little of context, the Pharisees came to Jesus and they asked him, why do your disciples not wash their hands before they eat? And Jesus told them, it's not what you take into your body, rather it's what you get out of your body that defiles your heart, or that defiles a man. And just thinking around the two things: one, the words that we speak, and two, the language that comes out of the words that we have. I was just thinking about what words are brewing in my heart or in my mind. What words am I reacting to behind closed doors and behind curtains and in the backgrounds? It's so easy to throw a word on Twitter and on Instagram. No one sees you as you throw it. You throw it and then you log out and then you go. What kind of words come out of your mouth? And, this is what Jesus was telling them, that what comes out of you is what defiles a man. And the words that we speak, these are the things, and these are the things that defile us, is what Jesus was saying. He was saying that you'll eat ugali and pork and skuma, and it will go out. But what you bring out means that it has been brewing inside of you. It's been born there. And meaning that for it to be born and to be brewing, that's what you're thinking. And in the Bible, in the Proverbs, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So the words that I speak are the ones that defile me. And I just want to talk about briefly, because I don't want to get into curse words. Curse words.
Which is also a big thing right now.
As I was writing this, I saw a 10-year-old ask the mom, what the hell are you thinking? And just thinking about hell, Maxi. It's a word that is just thrown. I mean, what do you think about hell?
I think the conversation about curse words is, there is that touch of you seem cool, or you seem, put together whenever you curse. And it's a phenomenon, especially amongst young guys as we are, that if you want to express your emotions, you have to pick a curse word. So I'm very sure that boy does not even know what hell stands for or what it means, but it's just, I wonder where did that person pick that? As young, 10 years old, man.
10 is really young. It's really young. And you'll see, by throwing around the word hell, you belittle it. It doesn't seem big. So when someone comes and tells you go to hell, you'll just think, I'm an Itusi. Someone told me to go to hell, but it's okay. But when you think about it, really, it's eternal damnation. And so there's so many other curse words that I can't even utter today because of,
we might lose the show.
You'll be summoned by the elders.
And, in the first tree.
In the first tree. And that's one, the words that speak. And also, just thinking about language. When I came across through a quote, let me just read it, that though language may not be the most prominent characteristic of a person, it is certainly most revealing. Because when I hear you, Maxi, speak, I hear your language, and I'll notice, okay, he has good English. I can hear you and then say, Maxi, okay, maybe his English is not that well. But a few sentences in, few paragraphs in, I'll get to know your thoughts, your opinions, your interests. In effect, I will get to know who you are. So what we speak, the words that we speak, form our language. And the language that we, in effect, communicate forms the person that we are. When you think about language and words that defile us, just think about the word defile. It means to spoil, to tarnish, to taint, to take away the purity of something. So then I might be speaking value into your life, Maxi. I might be speaking value into someone's life, but my words, my language, they defile what I say. So then it loses its value.
Wow, that concept of defilement is, you know, Jesus says, he's having this conversation, he's teaching his disciples, and he says that my words have two dimensions. My words are spirit and life.
Yes.
That means that everything that comes out of Christ, his words, are full of the spirit and are full of life. And because Jesus is our pattern man, the one that we follow, it's an assessment that we need to ask ourselves and ask, every time you speak, every time you sing, every time you're having a conversation, are your words powered by the spirit, and do they have life in it?
Do they have life?
If they do not have those two dimensions flowing in it, then that's what we are calling defilement. And I appreciate what you've said, that you may look good on the outside, you may have yourself put together, but once you release those words, they can actually defile everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a good wake-up call to all of us to really realize that our value can be tainted based on the words that we speak. So it is not enough to speak, but it's good to ask what kind of communication is coming out of our words. So thank you so much, Mr. Albert, for sharing your thoughts, Heart of Man. And I had actually never seen that parable in that way. So thank you for raising those thoughts. And I'll be one of those people who will definitely go back and look at those words. So any closing words before we go?
Paul, in the letter to the Philippians, I would imagine give us a solution to the words and the languages that we speak, because in our heart is where our word and our language emanates from. And so he said, finally, before I close this letter in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, I want to tell you this: whatever is true, whatever is right, whatever is noble, whatever is honorable, whatever is excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things. And when you think about this list that Paul gave the Philippians to listen to, and words that were preserved for us to listen and to hear from them, is, I would imagine, the best way to begin to give value to the words that we speak and to give them meaning. And so my challenge to myself this week, and to all of us and to you, is to think about whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is good, lovely, admirable, excellent, or praiseworthy. And this is the way that we will be able to give value through the words and the language that we speak.
Good stuff. I think that's a good place to close the show. Thank you for joining us. And again, thank you to our sponsors, Gihon Water. Is it Gihon Water or Gihon, depending on...
It's a Gihon Water.
Gihon Water from Paki. Thanks for sponsoring this show. And thank you guys for joining this conversation. We'll see you in the next...
see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Shalom.